So, I found out today that my toaster is not waterproof. I was shocked.
What's up, guys? Once again, it is time for the AFoOL Podcast. We might be a little out of sync today because yesterday was a travel day for me, and today we are just on a different day. But for you guys will never know. I shouldn't have told you.
Yeah.
So I'm Earl, a.k.a. Marty Gras Man. We are in Joey's basement. He's over there. I got it right this time.
There you go.
It only took me 86 episodes, but I got it right. That's BrickTrains, a.k.a. Joey. And down below, you know him, you love him. He's number 37 in our program, but number 1 in our hearts. That's Jabo.
Good evening.
How's it going, everybody? Good?
It's going good. Whew.
Yeah, it's we're into November.
Yes,
we need to not buy Lego.
We're into no buy November. For us, it's day 2. By the time you're seeing this, it'll be what, about day
8 or 9? Yeah.
Yeah.
So please explain to me the rules again.
Okay. So you get so it's no buy November. Your one exception is if Lego decides to run a gift with purchase that you want to buy or a double VIP. So for you to take advantage, and if you do that, you can go wild on that day. So let's say you blow your day at Lego, then you can go to Walmart and go to Amazon. So you basically, it's no buy November except for your one mulligan. You get 1 day, 1 mulligan.
Well,
is that a sports reference?
Yes. Yes, a mulligan is a sport. That's a sports reference, Joey.
So I made it to 1:57 a.m.
I can't believe you fell for the gift for purchase on day 1.
That was Galileo.
So it's very cool looking. Has anybody seen what they're going for on eBay yet? Because it's one of those. It's 250, isn't it? 200. How much did you have to spend to get it?
Oh no, only 130. 130.
Oh, only 130. Okay.
Well, I mean, there was another gift with purchase with it.
The next one that's coming out is 250.
Oh, okay.
There's one coming out. I think it's towards the end of this month with Black Friday. That's going to be 250.
Well, I'm still. It's $130 for a free gift.
So what I did is I placed an order. I pre-ordered the
modular.
Yeah, which I was going to get anyway, and I was like, well, okay, 2 gifts with purchases. Now I probably could have waited till there was a double VIP and a gift with purchase with that, but I was like, I'm gonna get it anyway. So 2 gifts with purchases, and I'm done for the.
So I didn't even think about that. That counts. The gift with purchase counts with the pre-order.
Yeah.
So, technically, then you got a free gift. You haven't bought it yet, right?
Well, that's what I want to see. So I got to thinking about it. So that was at 1:57 a.m. I woke up and I was like, well, what if they hold off shipping my gift with purchase until the modular actually comes out? And then what if they forget it and they oversell it? And I don't.
I think
I placed another order.
Well, then that was your 1 free day.
Yeah. So I placed 2 orders, and then I didn't go. I did go look at other sites like Walmart and Amazon and Bricklink. I couldn't find anything.
So you're technically not out yet.
Not out yet.
You used your mulligan before you even got started. You shaked one off the tee box and said, "Hold on, guys, let's get a redo."
I mean, and the good thing is, it was very hard. I did go looking, like you said, since I'd have the 1 day. I had a hard time finding anything.
Yeah. I had a hard time finding. So I got the. When they did the, I think it was 2 gift with purchases. One was a poly bag plus the double VIP. I made 3 orders. And when I did the haul, my mic went out and I was too lazy to dub over.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So then when I did the Disney promotion, I had a hard time finding something to get. So I ended up ordering the Winnie the Pooh set because I hadn't. It's got good figs in it. I mean, they're only going to be in that set. So I got that. But that was hard.
Yeah.
It's almost to the point where you start looking, you want the gift with purchase, and it's like you're going to buy something you don't really want just to get the free gift.
That's essentially what I did with the second order.
Yeah, we use the Bricklink store to kind of justify it. Yeah, and I don't know. I just I guess as long as we're putting the stuff in the Bricklink store, it's worth it. But I'm kind of like, what's this thing going to cost when it comes to eBay? Yeah. And will I decide then? It's like, okay, well, I'll spend the $40 or $50 for it, and then eventually it'll probably come down.
Well, yeah, the thing about eBay is if you play the long game, if you can wait 6 months, it's a hot topic right now. Which that gift with purchase that you're talking about, $250, that's going to be the little Wizard's Castle.
Oh, Magisto.
That's going to be a $250.
So I guess we're stuck with the things that we want just being gifts with purchases.
Yeah,
that's kind of where it's happening.
Pretty much. That's going to be a $250 spend, but I think it's going to come when you can double stack, so you can get 2 gift with purchases, and that's supposed to be at the end of the month when they do their Black Friday weekend or whatever.
Okay.
So hopefully we can all make it till then, and then we'll just all blow it on that one day.
Yeah, not Jabbo.
He'll be out. We'll get our mulligan. He'll be out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like y'all could go crazy, and and I'm the one that I would be out if I buy anything. Nope.
So you pre-ordered the museum. I mean, I think it looks pretty sharp. I thought it looked good.
I like it. I'm definitely going to get it. But I'm in no hurry because it's not like I'll be building it. I still have I think I still have 3 in there that I haven't built yet. I know where to put them.
We have all of the modulars built, and I'm doing the thing again where I'm thinking about taking them apart.
Don't take them apart.
Don't take them apart. You have too hard a time finding the figures when you take them apart.
Lose them for a third time.
Me and Dakota have already discussed where we're going to put the museum, so we got a place. But that brings up an interesting question. This is coming out December 1.
What? It's not coming out in January?
That's December 1st. November 1st pre-order, December 1st release.
Oh, you know what? It actually makes sense. It actually makes sense from the. But
because of that, I have our survey question is good. So here's our survey question: why is Lego releasing the new modular December 1st versus January 2nd? Is it a holiday cash grab? Is it leaked? So let's go ahead and release it anyway. Is it laying the foundation for 2 per year? Or did someone at Lego just lost their calendar?
Yeah, they just lost their calendar.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So, they have this thing. So when's this episode air?
It's at the top of the show notes. Hang on. 10th.
Okay, so it's a couple of days after the big reveal. So we're filming this well before the 8th. Lego has a set reveal on the 8th, which I think Earl just already seen.
Oopsie.
so even though we're filming, even though this is to you that are viewing it or watching it, it's after that. We're talking about it a week before. So that's how terrible Lego is with their secrets.
Yeah, because we're not even really chasing leaks.
We're the last. We're like we said, we're the latest news.
There's one YouTuber that I watch in my feed, and usually half his video I watch, and the second half I scroll through. And he even puts on there, if you have any links, email them to me at whatever.
Oh.
Was the museum a leak then? Do we think that was because those were?
I don't think it was. I think if it was a leak, it was an intentional leak. You know what I mean? I think it was like a.
Because I don't know where
close to our vest on this day, it's going to potentially leak, and then the next day, it's going to go. Lego's going to tell you, because I think it was because of the pre-order, because you're able to pre-order it a month early.
Maybe.
I think. I wonder if they had it in January before, because that was a good way to, because usually there's a drop off in retail sales in January. That's something they knew the core audience would buy anyway in January. But is this to boost
lagging sales this year.
Yes. Well, what are they down? Like 20%? What they normally do?
Yeah.
That's why I say it's a holiday cash grab. Let's go ahead and try to boost our sales at the end of the year.
Yeah. And I think they're chasing like things that are beyond their control, because the whole reason sales are down is because they were up ridiculously before because of people's circumstances, and they can't change everybody's circumstances now.
No.
But there's for all the collectibles, that skyrocketed. Lego, baseball cards, comic books. During COVID, right after COVID, they skyrocketed. And people were like, there was people putting big money into it as an investment.
Right.
And it is plummeting right now. Baseball cards are plummeting.
Buy high, sell low. That's what they do.
Yeah, it's almost like, I mean, if you follow baseball cards, it's like a repeat of the junk wax.
So it's like 30 years ago.
It's like there's everybody wants the inserts. They call them parallels or different color. It's one card, but this color border has 20. It's 1 of 20. This color border is 1 of 50. This color border is a 1 of 1. So a 1 of 1 is ecstatic. The problem is there's 500 different 1 of 1s. So it's really a 1 of 500. It's just
that'd be like saying your Lego numbered like Super Chief.
Right.
It's 1 of 1. It's number 3,712, but it's 1 of 1.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy.
Who is it? 10,000 of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So I just think everything's down right now.
It is. It's an economy thing.
Yeah, it's an economy thing.
Well, and then look, it's an election year coming up. And I don't want to talk politics, but that always affects everything, no matter what. Everybody seems to kind of pause, as we get through the presidential election.
I'm trying to figure out how things are going to get all messed up even more.
Well,
I try not to think about that.
So let's talk about a goat then. So we're getting to talk about politics. I mean, you want to talk about a subject that's touchy. So I guess I
Series 25.
Series 25. I want to see a picture.
Another leak.
What? What?
Another leak.
Are we the first ones to reveal this?
No. Where'd my picture go? Dang it! Here it is. Okay, here it is. When I saw the first picture.
Is this the picture of you poking out your chest, showing off your 2 goats, or is this the new goat that's coming?
This is the new goat. I ain't showing the picture of my
I've got 2. I don't know how I did that.
Well, apparently I got the set somewhere. I don't have the set. At any rate. But this goat's going to be white, it looks like.
It looks like it's solid white. No splotches.
But it's a different mold, isn't it?
It's kind of hard to tell from just that image. It looks very similar. There's been all kinds of rumors that the goat mold got destroyed or damaged or something. So did they remake a mold? Surely Lego is smart enough to know that making that mold is not going to make them tons of money. It's just going to drive the collector market down.
But what happens is Lego doesn't care about what they've already. Let's give them what they want. They want a goat. Let's give them a new goat. And
that's why it's featured right there.
People are going to buy them and buy them and buy them and buy them.
Maybe. I mean,
wait, these are blind boxes, right?
Blind
boxes.
Oh, man.
So the goat's going to be the chase.
But here's the thing. This is like chasing baseball cards.
Yeah, this is like
this one did so well, so this one I'm going to buy 1,000 of these because it'll be worth $50 in 10 years, and no, it won't.
No, it won't. No,
because everybody already knows about the reason the old goat. Why, Joey? Tell me why the old goat is worth a lot.
Because it's only one set, and they didn't make that set for very long.
And who wanted the goat when the set came out?
Probably nobody.
Who bought the set just to get the goat?
When did people start talking about the goat?
After Michael Jordan retired.
after they realized that it was collectible, that there wasn't that many of them.
And they could only know that once they realized they weren't going to make another goat.
And I think that's why people are getting them, because everybody calls Jordan the GOAT, Brady the GOAT, LeBron the GOAT. And the people in the Lego world were like, here's the GOAT. This is the GOAT.
I mean,
yeah.
How many other animals are there that there are only
one mold or
only in one set?
Yeah, and this one there was like Joey trying to figure out why he's got two of them. There's two in one set.
There's two in one set. This goat is not going to be as much money. It's not, because they're going to mass produce this one this time. I don't know how many sets the little black market village thing was. Blacksmith, which one? It's Blacksmith, right? Or was it that it came in the goat? Is it a little blacksmith?
It was a meal.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was like a blacksmith.
Medieval. Okay.
Yeah.
At any rate, I don't know how many they made, but they're going to make 10 times as many goats as they did those sets. So
and there's nothing wrong with building you a goat army, but don't expect this goat to ever be worth as much as the other one.
Nope.
So will this one make the other one worth less?
So that's an interesting point. It'll be different. So there's going to be an obvious difference between the two, but I think the interest will wane a little bit. You know, if they were to make a new Santa Fe Super Chief, would that make the older one less valuable? In that case, it might actually drive the interest up into some train collectors and might actually bring that value up.
I think so.
Will that happen with this goat? Will people say, oh, I got this goat now, the plain white one, but I now need the spotted brown one? I mean, it could go that way. I don't think it will. But
so do you have a goat for its resale value?
I didn't even know I had the goats until after it became a big thing. And then one day, like my Spider-Man hanging on a building, somebody said, hey, look, you got a goat. Oh, it's worth $100. I ought to probably not let it just hang out in the farm out there. And it's
do you have that set, Jabba?
I don't. No, I bought the goat after the set was discontinued. And I just have one. And I think it's still in the bag that it came in.
Oh, wow. See, it makes me wonder. It had to have come, because I've never went out and purchased a goat. It had to have come and both of them in a bulk lot. So
now there was a time when that set was in stores, and shortly after it was discontinued, that nobody was thinking about the goat.
Right.
And yeah, so I could see that being easy to get at that time, but like I said, as people realized it wasn't in other sets and looked like it was never going to be in, that's when it started going up.
Right.
But
what makes me, if this is the same mode, it's physically this, if it's physically the same mode, what else is being molded in it? Because Lego's not going to just, I don't think they have a mold that is just a goat. Maybe they have a mold that's like 6 goats at a time or something, but it kind of makes you wonder, why has it taken them this long to get goats?
Yeah. And this could be, I wonder if they would, now some of these animals that are in these collectible minifigures, do they ever appear anyone else in a different color?
I think eventually, I think some of the little dogs, that started in these collectible minifigs ended up in, different colors and stuff.
Yeah.
They have a new dog in this one, whatever that dog is, long hair.
Just like the dog that's a rich person would have.
It's like a dog that has a lot of maintenance to it. Yeah.
Maybe we could find another animal that was only in one set, and we could buy a bunch of them, and we could use the podcast to drive up the false, what do you call it? The false value.
Scarcity. Yeah.
There you go.
So it hasn't worked with the tipper truck.
But there are a lot of people who bought a tipper truck because of it.
Yeah. I wonder if it's working for Jason and Oswald. Oswald.
Yeah.
Do what? What picture? My
I
picture?
said, did you want to? Yeah. Did you want to pick one up? I know you got one on your desk somewhere.
The goats?
No, the timber truck.
Oh, you want me to pick
Oh,
one?
it's right there. It's out of reach. I'd have to stand up. See
Wait a
if
minute.
he's gonna do it.
Do I have one?
Let's see which one he shows because I got a cool one.
I got the sealed ones. That?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
He'll show me up.
Let me flex here.
There you go.
There.
There you go. Nice.
All three
Nice.
sealed.
Awesome.
And
Perfect.
my original's in here. That's the one in the front. It's my original one.
Is that the one that goes on Tipper Truck TV?
No. Tipper
No.
Truck TV. He's upstairs. He's got his own box.
Ah.
He's a traveling man.
Yeah. He's been taking another break, I guess. He hasn't done anything lately.
Oh.
Well, we skipped right over the vault. You have what's the
Well-
oldest thing you have in your collection?
Well, that was it was kind of a general question. I have a thing that we could talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you guys have something you want to. What
No,
is
you
your
got-
oldest?
Well, I guarantee you yours is going to be older than mine. So you go ahead.
Okay. Well, my oldest thing is actually kind of weird. So this looks like it's the oldest to me because this is the old Lego Spiel.
Mm-hmm.
But this is 1956. This is a box of windows. It's probably not focused because of my face.
So that was before the studded brick. If it's 56.
Right. This is the old
I mean the tube brick.
two bricks. Yeah. So it's this old style windows here.
Mhm.
But I have one that's a year older, which is this one, which is the
Just to my leg.
Okay. Yeah, it's just to my leg. So again, it's printed bricks. So it's Kino Hotel, things like that. There's several in there. There's a post office. And of course, they're all in some other language.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say the oldest set I have, which is also 56, is this garage.
Oh. And that's more like actually a set, too.
That's exactly right, because it actually builds the building.
Yeah. That is
And it's got our gnome on it. We like the gnome.
That is a beautiful box.
So I love the dog bone logo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The dog bone logo is the best. So yeah, that's the oldest thing I have, and that is not the oldest Lego there is. How?
No. I mean, it depends on what you count. Because, like, if you're talking about plastic, it goes back to 1949.
Right. So the
I have something from 1948.
Okay, well let's see.
I didn't bring it out.
Oh well, what do you got? I can see if I can find a picture.
It's the first numbered thing that people recorded, although it may not be the first numbered set. It's under gear. It's 500.
Under gears 500. Does Brick Set have a picture?
I don't know. Bricklink does.
Bricklink does. Well, let's go to Bricklink then. Number 500 under
I
gears.
thought I had it over here. I actually don't know where I put it.
Well, you're gonna have to help me because it's
Clydesdale.
actually.
It's the Clyde.
Oh, yeah, but that's not numbered 500 though, is it?
Yes, it is.
Well,
It's
Bricklink's not showing it.
Bricklink has it under gear. I'm
Okay.
looking at. I don't know about Brick Set.
I'm looking at. Okay,
Go to gear.
hang on. Here we go.
Type in 500 and
I
go
got
to
it now.
gear. It's at the bottom.
Apparently, you have to be smarter than the website, and I
Oh.
am not.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking under the wrong tab.
Oh.
I looked
You
under
just-
sets, not
You just
gear.
reminded me my store is closed.
Uh-oh. Why is that?
I closed it while I was on vacation, and I got to open it back up.
So this is a great set because you have the original,
right?
right?
Not the re-release,
Right?
which was in the 90s. The 50th anniversary of this 1998.
Now,
they
when you got
re-released
that,
it almost identically.
I was about to say, when you got that, weren't you unsure of which version?
I was unsure, yes, of which one I had.
So many years. Well, I don't know when you got yours, but somewhere along the line, I picked up one too, thinking that it was the original because of the way it looked.
Yeah.
But because of the price I paid, I was like, it's going to be the newer one. And I know why I know it's the newer one, because it's almost text for text identical.
Yeah.
But on yours, Lego is capital Lego.
Yeah.
On mine, it's capital Lego, all caps.
On the word text
in the package, yes. And that lid right there that I can't zoom up anymore.
Yeah.
Mine is all caps, and on yours it is not. I'm sure there are other differences, but when I seen that, I was like, nope, I know I got the newer one. So.
And the sad thing on mine, the front of the lid, because it's like a paper glued on there, most of it's gone. So I don't know.
The re-release was in 90 what?
98.
Do we know why there was a release? Was it an anniversary?
Years, right? Yeah, 50
years. It's the 50th anniversary of this. Yeah.
But there was I don't think
it was widely released either. I don't.
And there's no markings on it there's no markings that specify 50th anniversaries or anything.
No, it is a very faithful reproduction.
Mm-hmm.
The wood joining on it it's jointed, and it is a paper label, just like Jabba was saying on his. The tell is the lawyers. The lawyers made him put capital letters instead of the way it originally was. So it's a good one. That was a good one. I like that.
Sorry, I didn't have the actual one out. That's everything disorganized here.
Well, I mean, I just kind of threw it in there because I didn't really know what to put up there. So, good one. I like it. And yours, Earl, is your newly collected Samsonite set, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool.
What year is this? I've got it right here. That's how. See, this made me buy it. You guys made me buy this, and I've never put it away. It just sits here. It just sits here. What year is this?
205. Hang on. It should be like 66 or something.
Yeah.
66. Look at that. Woo!
Well, what's so cool about this set, and so many sets like this, is the box and the insert.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
open yours up. I think yours does yours have the paper? Did we say it had the paper trays?
Oh yeah, yep, paper trays.
See, I only got a couple of those, like because there's so many of those milk cartons. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And I'm scared to pull them out because I don't.
Yeah, I think they're glued in.
Or glued in.
Don't pull them in. Yeah, they're glued.
So I saw, looking at that box, it made me think. I saw this M&R Productions on his, he does Star Wars stuff, but he was talking about prototype stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they had prototype box art. And at some of the anniversaries, they were going to do like a Star Wars set. Like it had a picture like the Millennium Falcon, but it had the color bar on it in the Lego land.
Oh,
they've been like the 70s stuff,
right?
Yeah, and then they also did it like the 80s stuff with the yellow box, like you saw with the castle sets and the pirate sets. And I thought it looked pretty cool, but then you can see why they didn't do it. It just looked weird with it being a Star Wars set. I guess so because we're so used to what they've done with Star Wars. But it's the classic box art. It made me think, like, every time I've had the dream where I'm walking through the woods and there's this Kmart that I've never seen before, and I go in and they got all these sets on clearance, and they're always in the classic yellow box art.
Oh,
and they're like, "Oh, this castle set that nobody's ever seen before," and they're like 25 cents, and I'm trying to fill up my buggy.
Yeah. You can't check out fast enough.
I know.
And then because you wake up.
Yeah, wake up. And I'm like, oh no.
Dream was all a dream. So, what about this 2023 Cosmic Dreams seminar that Lego did? Didn't know anything about it.
I wish they wouldn't share. I'd be more happy not knowing about it.
Yeah. So this Justin Ramsden, I think, is how we're pronouncing
one
it.
of the Lego designers.
Yes,
good Lego designers.
Right. Let me see if I can find a picture here.
I think it's a designer set made for Lego designers, isn't it?
Right.
I think that's what I read. It was given out at like a Lego designers conference or something.
Right.
So
right. They had 370 people in attendance that are designers, are connected with designers in the.
So there's probably still. With that being said, there's probably 500 to 1,000 of these.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, yeah, 500 or less. That's pretty awesome, though. Yeah. But as somebody pointed out, all of that stuff is readily available. The purple space guy is obviously not. You can't buy him together. You have to buy the helmet and then the body part. But the white
23. So that's going to be like designers. It might be Designer Seminar 2023.
Right. I think so. Yeah.
Is that printed, a sticker?
In this picture right here, when you zoom in, it looks like a clear sticker. Somebody somewhere, one of the posts I read said it was a printed tile or brick. But I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to get one. That barcode supposedly is the instructions. I have tried to unwarp that thing 6 ways to Sunday, and I cannot get it to scan.
It's probably internal barcode too.
Well, that would, yeah, but I can't get it to even scan. It's I put it in like Photoshop and tried to unround it because it's what's happening.
But because it's round, it doesn't want to.
No, it's all out of proportion. So,
well, you could take it. Here's what you could do. With my human eyeball, I can see the dots. Mm-hmm. You figure out the spacing, and you build it.
I thought about that. Yeah. I thought about it.
It would be cool if for some reason if you had able to access the QR code, that it went to a like not public site, but a site that you could access, like a hidden. Kind of like a hidden YouTube video. Like if you have the link, you can get to it, but if you don't have the link, you can't search for it.
Right. Exactly. That would be cool. It would really be cool if it was actually the instructions, which means these guys had to download the instructions and print them out. So what would be the difference between mine and theirs?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was a video or something. One of the articles that was talking about this said it was the instructions, or somewhere it said it was the instructions.
Okay. That makes sense, because I don't think they would waste printing out instructions for.
Well, and that looks like a pretty small bag. So yeah.
Just that looks like it's as small as they can make the bag.
Yeah.
Well, there's just everything they had to get.
They're not trying to sell it, so they can maximize the use of the space.
Right.
No. Now see, that's truly if I wouldn't pay thousands of dollars on it, but I would love to get that.
That would be a great $25 set. It'd probably be too much. Yeah. Because there's 5, 6. They would say there's 7 minifigures.
They would maybe 8, because there's 3 robots. Oh wait, 3.
1, 2, 3,
7. I can't count either. I can't work computers tonight. I can't count.
And I don't have a problem like them making stuff for internal use like this. It's just like, everybody wants the purple spaceman.
Yeah.
Just give us a set with the purple spaceman so we don't have to piece them together.
Well, could this be a what do you call it? A precursor? Is that what you call it?
It could.
The space theme minifig, collectible minifigs that's supposed to be next year.
Right. There's supposed to be a CMF, which is supposed to be space. So
what?
And the comic book or the book it referenced too.
Yes.
That's what that robot's from. Which I never did track down that. I tried to get that. It's just too much. You're going to buy
Where'd
that?
that guy come from?
The Unknown Galaxy.
That's where he's from, right? The Unknown Galaxy. Jim Spaceborn. Yeah.
Try to find that now. It's just going to be even more. It's like, whereas only certain people knew about that, now everybody's going to know about it.
Right. Yeah. That. Well, it ain't going to help now that I just put it on the podcast. So.
Oh yeah, because we're bigger than everything that's on the internet.
Yeah.
Forget that every Lego blog is talked about.
No, I know, but
wait, here's one for $100. Hold on a minute.
You already found one for sale? Oh, the Jim Spaceborn.
It's $54 plus $29 shipping. Should I buy it?
Yeah, probably.
Wait a minute, then I'd be out.
Wait, no, is it? Wait.
It's the magazine.
Yeah, that you can buy whatever you want as long as it's not Lego. Technically, that's not Lego. So you're going to go crazy buying trains this month.
It's true.
Trains are fun. It's fixing to blow back up.
Yeah. So
there's only one, isn't there? Man, that's $54 plus $30 shipping, though.
Yeah, so it'd be $88 for that, and it's the only one for sale right now.
Looks like it. Yeah, it's the only one I can find.
It's just going to be harder to find. I wouldn't be surprised if some have sold recently. So they have this thing in YouTube Studio. Speaking of trains are fun, that I can't see on all my channels, but I only see it on Trains Are Fun, and it basically tells me how I suck.
Oh, well.
Like, it's basically like, why would anybody click on your thumbnails? And the first one is, do your videos stand out to people? Pretend you're a viewer that doesn't know your channel. What would you click on? Probably nothing. Only 4 clicks out of if your video is shown to 100 people, only 4 times does it get clicked on. And then do your videos keep people watching? A regular 12-minute video, people watch for 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Your videos, they only watch for 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So I like,
wow,
that was discouraging. I mean, I know they're trying to help me.
Right.
Yeah. That's
see, you should have a tiny. Right, it is.
That's constructive criticism being mean.
Truth hurts.
I did add some unintended emphasis to what was really being said.
Yeah.
So speaking of YouTube, am I the only one aggravated that when I go to YouTube and I watch something and I don't finish it, it used to be.
It'd go back to where you stopped.
Somewhere down at the bottom, it was like your library or something that you could continue watching. Now you have to search for that in your. It used to be right here at the bottom, right at the bottom.
Yeah, they've changed the layout, and I noticed too that when I go back to the video, sometimes it doesn't take up.
I know it's like you got to watch the ad again, which is okay. I get that, but then it starts it back at the beginning.
Yeah,
and then you go to scrub across to find where you were, and guess what? You got to watch another ad.
Right.
Oh, that stinks. Yeah, it is. It's gone. It's gone where it used to be, where I could click, see what I.
You have to click on you in the bottom corner, and then your history comes up when you click on you. And
so you've been see what it is. You've been watching YouTube wrong, and they're trying to tell you.
It's like
you need to watch what they want you to watch, not what you want you to watch.
It's like ShipStation, extra click.
Yeah.
the longest click chain to get a label printed from ShipStation.
So my son sent me a link to a video, and it was Matt Pack, the game theory guy. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
No.
So he's an OG YouTuber as well, and I try to keep this short because basically the video was talking about like the Mr. Beast style and how everybody has to do that, which of course is not true. Everybody doesn't have to do it, but the people that are popular have to do that style. He called it the age of excess. It's just the thing. I actually made a video complaining about this like 5 or 6 years ago, when everybody got to put every in every video. Like every Lego Star Wars set minifigure ever, every this ever. And so they've taken it into the real world with stuff, and it's like, somebody's going to try every of something. Or they're going to buy every of something, or they're going to do every, or they're going to go to every this type of store. And that's what Mr. Beast, that's how he started.
Right.
And so that's what YouTube promotes.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know anybody that would try to buy every tipper truck.
Okay. Speaking of that, so I said in my podcast, I have my own podcast.
I watch, yes.
I watch. Believe it or not, you have 2 viewers here.
Thank you for watching. But in that podcast, I said that podcast would get more views than my tipper truck video that I set up. I spent all that time setting, and it already has passed it.
Really?
Wow.
And it was 1,493 tipper trucks. And one of the things I learned from the Map Pack video, it's got to be round numbers.
Round numbers.
Round numbers do better than
odd numbers. Confuse people.
What? I guess because that's why you see the other thing. You see $1 versus $100, $1 versus $1,000.
So what if you renamed it 1,500 tippers? And
that's what I was thinking.
See how many comments you get that say, "Hey, you're missing a few."
Nobody would know. I mean, my regular viewers would know, but I could literally say it's 10,000 tippers.
Yeah. Right. Because I would be the one to comment. I would say, "Did you re-upload this video?"
Well, and just do the old trick, redo the thumbnail, see if that boosts your game with the even numbers.
Change the title, redo the thumbnail.
Yeah.
If I do those two things, I know it would do better. And the thing is, I got to figure out how to redo the thumbnail, because all the images from the video are too dark. I need something bright for the thumbnail.
Just put in your thumbnail, put Mr. Beast style tipper trucks.
I just need to find a Mr. Beast title that fits.
Do you know there's an AI thing? There's a, I don't know if it's an app or a program, or there's some kind of thumbnail maker, and it's a Mr. Beast thumbnail maker where you can create a Mr. Beast, and it pops him, it generates him into your thumbnail.
Nice.
So, there's the line from Capricorn 1. Do you know what Capricorn 1 is about?
What it's about?
It's about
an hour and a half long. No.
They faked a mission to Mars because they had a problem, and they wanted to go through with it because anyway, so they faked it. They threatened the astronauts' families' lives to make the astronauts do it.
Okay.
And
this is a famous 70s movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheesy by today's standard, probably cheesy by 70s standard too. But the Brubaker, the commander of the flight, he said, if keeping something alive means to become everything I hate, I don't know if it's worth keeping alive.
Ooh.
When he's talking about the space program, it's like, and that's the way I feel sometimes. It's like, just because it is what is being promoted doesn't mean it's what should be promoted.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I guess
so then, when I try to, like, even talking about this video, like redoing just the title and the thumbnail, I almost feel like if it looked too much like that type of thumbnail, I almost feel like I would be
selling out.
Yes.
You're selling out. Yeah. But it's at the same time, it's an interesting experiment.
Yeah.
And that's the way I would look at it. Because I have gone back and changed a couple times, or a couple of my thumbnails and stuff, just because that's what somebody said to do. Oh, go back and change this one to this, and and see how it does.
So what if you took the same video and if you re-uploaded it to your Jabo channel, kind of an unknown hidden channel? I mean, a lot of us.
No, I didn't think it. So I'd have to make it different. It had to be different.
Yeah,
I can
just
use the
change,
clips and make it different.
just change a little bit of the music, or just change enough to where it'll let you re-upload it, where it's on the different channel, and see how, if it outperforms it, and if it does, how fast it does.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Because then people wouldn't be watching. Like you know, we watch every one of your videos, but a lot of people don't even watch those Jabo videos, but they watch all your BrickTsar videos. So
that's a good idea. So that's the challenge: the thumbnail and the title. And I have seen similar train videos that are far less track and not as many tippers. And they get like millions. They get those types of videos get like millions upon millions of views.
I get, people like, Dunkster, he's done lots and lots of train videos, and he's been kind of complaining about his not getting as much traction, and I always liked his stuff, and he's
doing the same amount of work that he always did, and getting less results. And we're in a different era,
but some of these videos like you're talking about they're not doing hardly any work, and some of these clips are just repeated,
and it's the title and the thumbnail is what it is.
I mean, is it really that easy? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's a little of both. It might be that easy to get the clicks, but I don't think it's that easy to retain.
Well, there's the other thing, right? We're talking about views, and a view, all you gotta do is click on it and get it started. It doesn't mean you lasted 5, 10, 15 seconds.
Well, it also doesn't mean the channel will retain either.
Right. Well, right.
I mean, how many times have you watched a couple videos from somebody because you like the content, you like the person, and then about 10 videos later, you're kind of like you don't even click on them anymore because it's not what you thought it was after you watch more than 1 or 2 videos.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like the recommendation feature, and I always watch. Well, I mean, I do occasionally. I mean, I do. I can't say I never let YouTube recommend something to me, but it's like the people I watch regularly, I don't think would ever get recommended to me.
Well, I keep going through spurts of getting your 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old videos recommended.
I do too. I get them.
So Dunkster, speaking of Dunkster, he commented on a 5-year-old video.
Did he?
He said, "Yeah, you've been talking about downsizing for a while, apparently."
I got one today that showed up, and it was you. The thumbnail was you and Jacob, and I'm thinking, "Oh man, no, it was you." No, it was about 3 years ago, 4 years. I'm thinking, "Oh man, they must have got something." And it's when y'all got the Lego Masters box.
Oh. I wonder if that's because I did the video with the Lego Masters box.
I think it's because I watched your Lego Masters video.
Yeah.
Well, I did. So I did share that on the community tab, that actual video. So you might have seen it through that.
Oh, maybe so.
But the reason I shared it is because I wasn't expecting it, but I got so many comments. "Oh, where did you get the box? What's in the box? Where did you get the box?" And I'm like, "Oh, I guess people hadn't seen that video."
Well, there's the other thing, right? It's new people all the time, especially if it's Lego new kids all the time, right?
Yeah, so it's like I wonder how many people watch. I wonder how many of my regular commenters and viewers know that I've made like 7,000 videos.
I don't know. 7,000. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not that crazy.
Well, I mean, for as long as you've been doing it. Yeah.
I mean, you don't think about it. Look how many videos you've done.
Me?
Yeah.
I've done 86 podcasts.
86 podcasts. Well, hang on, I can tell you. 639 videos.
Yeah. Would you think you have made that many?
No, I would. No, you're absolutely right. I would have never. I've never set out to be a YouTuber, and I have succeeded.
I mean, I've got 914 videos.
Oh wow!
I'm getting to 1,000, and
wow.
I don't make them. I don't make them regularly.
Right.
I get discouraged. My mic. I go to watch the playback. No mic. Well, that's a lot. Look,
it happens to everybody.
Maybe I should do the lost files.
So I did want to talk about something a little bit. We want to talk about a whole bunch, but well, there's somebody we know, and I kind of quit following his whole saga or what he's got going on right now. But is collecting Lego addicting?
Oh, what kind of question is that?
Well, but I mean, could
Yes,
you stop
it is.
tomorrow? I mean, you know, people who are like
So
alcoholics
here's the
or gambling.
Here's the problem I have is that I could tell you yes, and then I could walk in and 2 weeks later walk into Walmart. I'm going to go down the clearance aisle, and it's like if it's not there, you know, maybe so. Walk down the Lego aisle.
Right. Right.
No, it would. I don't think.
I guess
so.
it's.
I mean, I've been telling myself for probably almost a year that I'm going to go through those boxes and I'm going to do. But instead of doing what you're doing and parting out sets, I'm going to just list them on eBay because I'm not going to. I don't have the space to part out one of this and one of that and one of this and one of that, and I have yet to get any motivated to go do that. I just keep saying I'm going to do it. So what do? I keep buying more. I've got stuff in here that I need to take in there, but there's no room in there.
Right.
So I don't.
And like you said, parting out. I am literally wasting drawer space when I part out a single set that I don't already have parts for. You know probably what 50% of them are going to be parts I already have, but those others, I'm ending up with a part in a drawer, and it's a wasted space. Yeah, but I still have this thing about selling sets. I'm just afraid that I'll get bit on that. Somebody says, well, it's not a pristine box, even though I may put 6 pictures of it or something.
That's what you just have to. It is what it is. I mean, I guess because I sell a lot of stuff on eBay that I don't think like that. And the most aggravation you get with selling a set is finding a box and packing it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I have plenty of boxes available to me, so that's not so much a problem. But it is awkward and it is aggravating, but it kind of comes with it, I guess.
Yeah. That's why I sell the pieces. It's a lot easier as far as like I got some sets that are on that where I could speak. The part out value is close to what the value of the set is, and they're high dollar sets. And with those, I'm like, okay, maybe I should just try to sell the set instead of parting it out to get an extra $50 for like a $500 set. Like if the part out value is $550,
right?
But then it's like I have so many boxes. I actually had to go through and take some to the dump because I had so many boxes I'd saved for shipping boxes. I'm talking about, and I got like 5 large yard garbage bags full of packing materials. But all I'm using is bubble mailers because I'm still just selling pieces.
Yeah. See, my thing is like my Bricklink store does not do enough sales to think about selling. I went 3 weeks without getting an order, and then in like 2 days I got 3 orders.
That's how mine runs. I'll go like, easy a week or 2 without an order, but then all of a sudden I'll get 3-4 orders in a row.
It's crazy that it's I'm not getting consistent daily orders, so it's like if I break this set down, it's just I feel like it's going to sit where I can turn a set faster.
Maybe I find that if I want to see more sales, there are 2 knobs to turn that seem to always generate more sales. One's put a sale, right? The other's add parts, and then make sure you hit that notify button.
Yeah, but see, I've done that, and I went from like 70,000 to 110,000, and the sales
still didn't follow.
Yeah, you increased your size by over 50%,
and it didn't, and the sales didn't start coming consistently. So
it's hard to know. I mean, it's like that for a lot of us smaller stores. I think there's the downturn affected sales too.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. And my prices are based on the higher average, the 6 month for sale average, not what sold average. So, but again, my idea, my plan is more long term for after I
Yeah,
retire.
that's where I'm at too. Yeah.
You know, 'cause I don't like. I know I am not going to recoup all the money that I've put in now, but hopefully down the road I will recoup everything at some point if I sell everything.
Yeah, I mean, most everything's worth more. So, and it's like, you know, I got those Star Wars sets, for instance, that went way up in value that I got on clearance back in the day that are now worth $4, $5, $6, some up to $800.
Wow.
Because I'm sitting there debating on whether going ahead and putting them on not Bricklink, eBay, even though I have much higher fees.
Right.
Like I can get 700 for like the Venator. I think I can sell it for 700 on eBay, but if I put it on Bricklink, it'll be like 400 or 300 or something. It's something crazy. And if I part it out, it's like 280.
Right.
So I definitely want to sell that on eBay, even though it'll be the fees.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not as bad. The way they do it now is it's not like the fees add up. They come right out of your listing. You know, so it's kind of like it doesn't seem as bad, I guess, because you're not paying like monthly charges. It's
you're not like I just get a deposit. I don't have get the money and then later I got to send them money back.
Somebody pays you plus shipping and then they deposit they deposit minus whatever it is minus the fees right back to you. So it's not as bad. It doesn't feel as bad.
Yeah.
And kind of just take that into account, you know. It's like when I buy something and I got to pay shipping. It's, you know, people say, "Oh, I got this for $30." Okay, how much was your shipping? Well, it's another $15. Okay, so you actually paid $45 for it. Yeah, that's
that's a real thing.
So I guess we were talking though about like collecting, and somehow we got to talking about selling.
Yeah, well, for us, they go hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
So I've been selling for over 25 years now, like between all the different ways I've done it, and it's like that's what's made the hobby grow for me more than anything. Like that's why I got such a large collection. And YouTube helped, but I've had that. It's not an existential crisis. It's not the end of the world, but it's like where I feel like I've contributed to bad habits. Like, and I may have bad habits. My habits may have gotten worse, like my collecting habits. And it's like you see people have stuff, and then you're like, "Oh, I want that." And I give you a harmless example. Is like when I showed, I don't have it over here, one of the vintage cars, the Renault. It's one of the, you know, they made like 3 model cars back then.
Yeah.
And people went and started buying that. You know, a handful of people.
Right.
Not the whole internet, but it's like everybody, "Oh, I've never seen that. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, I'll go find one." And people will buy it. So that's where that term influencer comes from. They would have never even known about it. And I think that I've shown a lot of things, and you have too. We all have for different things. We've shown things that people may not have been aware of.
Right.
It's not the like, "Oh, I got to go get this because the Joneses got it."
Right.
but this whole, I think a lot of people do get like more like if somebody starts a YouTube channel today and they're going to talk about Lego, it'll be like in a year you're going to have whatever space they have is going to be full of Lego.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's going to be all the same stuff that everybody else has.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's like, I don't know if the appreciation is there.
You mean for the viewers or from the YouTuber?
For all of us.
For all of it? Okay.
I mean, am I buying stuff that I wouldn't have bought 25 years ago?
So there I think is the problem, right? Where we're seeing some people who have okay, let's like Lego my James though. James, he's buying stuff that he likes, absolutely, right? Because he says he likes
He has the See, I love his content because he's experiencing all this stuff for the first time, but it's very niche and it's what he wants.
Yes. But people who are chasing views by trying to use their hobby, and causing themselves trouble, that's not good. You know, mean, we all have either our store is supporting us or something is supporting us that, and if you get out of that bounds, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you start seeing the addiction type habits. It's like you're chasing something that just may not be attainable.
Well, and I've seen the complaints, and maybe I've been guilty of it too, where you make a video on something and you get 50 views, and somebody else makes a video on it and they get 500,000 views.
Right.
But it's like, is that really what the difference is? Is it the subject matter? Was that the difference in the videos? Usually not.
No.
It's usually the quality.
Yeah. Well, I've always you're either going to have a great personality. You have the whatever, you have the look. I would say the look or something. Nobody's coming to watching my channels because I have a sparkling personality and I look like some model. I'm a 54-year-old fat guy, and I am opinionated. Just ask anybody at work. But so I don't expect, my expectation is very low. My expectation is I passed 2,500 subscribers.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. I was scared to death when one person subscribed 10 years ago, whatever. I was like, what idiot did that? Why?
It's great. I'll get new subscribers and I'm thinking, I haven't made a video in a month. It's crazy.
Right.
But I appreciate it all. But I don't even.
Yeah.
I don't look at it like that. I look at, I'm collecting, and I don't do it just for the views, or I'd be doing it every day.
That's the thing. Yes.
Because the worst thing you can do, and I know you've fallen into this trap by putting maximum effort into a video, and it's like you do something and you think, you take your time and you do a little editing, which I barely can edit, but you do a little editing and you feel real good about the video. And it's like you do a haul and it gets this amount of views. You say, oh, I'm going to do this. And you put all this time and effort into this video and it doesn't even get half the views that the haul got.
Right.
So,
well, there was a haul I did. I probably talked about this on the show. I'm an old man, so I will talk about the same things over and over again.
And we're going to allow you.
But, low, what I view as low effort, but it was different. It's when I bought all the latest run of a Jurassic World. I just set them outside and did the video that way. And just added some suspenseful music and went between the sets outside, and that was the haul. And that that thing is like my most popular haul video ever.
Wow.
It's
really?
Yeah. And it's why?
Yeah.
It was different. It was different than and so does that mean should I have made all the haul videos that way?
Well, it was different from everybody else's, I guess.
Well, just different, right?
Yeah, it's just different.
I think that's the thing.
You don't know if it was good.
Well, we're in a tough market. If you're chasing views, Lego's a tough area.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're gonna have to be you're gonna have super knowledgeable and super bubbly personality and all the things that everybody gets drawn to, and there's nothing wrong. I'm not complaining about those things. But I'm not making those videos and
well, I mean, you can't grow a YouTube channel just by buying Lego sets.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get.
I mean, there are people that get Lego sets for free from Lego who don't get any views hardly. They're in the land.
Right.
And they get 50 to 100 views when they do a review. And it's like it's not getting the sets that makes your video pop. It's the interaction you have with your audience, and whether that audience is 100 people or 1,000 people, I'd rather have that good. It's like I feel better about my channel today, even though I don't get the views that I got, 7-8 years ago.
Right.
But I know I got the same audience. Every video, it's the same audience. That's all I care about, and I want to make what they want to see.
Right. I hope that the things that I do are interesting. The people that are watching,
they're interesting to me.
Well, thank you. But that, yeah. So, and when we have similar interests, so I have a feeling that a lot of the people that are watching the three of us have similar interests.
And I also want to see how you incorporate your multi-camera.
Yeah, that's yeah, we're talking about us lazy editing. Joey's got like 5 cameras. Boom, 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 boom.
So the whole thing there is not because I'm trying to be
cameras in the way.
Yeah. But that is just because that is something that has interest. Now there is a problem that I have had because I have chased equipment that I do not need, because you can do it with your phone. You can be a really good YouTuber off your phone, right? But I have chased that equipment that I don't need, but I like playing with it.
Yeah.
Right. So it is a thing.
Yeah. So see, that's a hobby. I mean,
it is. It's a hobby that is not Lego that I end up using.
It's not like you bought this box to identify a Lego part just to do a video about it.
Right.
You bought that because that you like to tinker with stuff with that. It just turned out to be junk.
It did, yes. It did. It turned out to be junk. Now they have an app for that, right?
I was gonna tell you there's an app called Brick Monkey.
Oh, I hadn't seen that one.
So there's an app called
one now. There's like 2 apps.
Now this one is for minifigs.
Oh.
It's called, and it's actually pretty good. You scan a torso, and it'll identify the torso, and it'll tell you the figs that torso's in, and then it'll tell you if it's in one set or multiple. It's pretty, yeah. Huh. Now that's just for minifigs. I don't know about for. I don't know. And it has to do with. I mean, you could put your collection in it and stuff. I haven't messed with it. I heard about it and downloaded it to check into a couple minifigs. But
well, that box that you were talking about, the Instabrick, that's got an app now, which is what I thought. Why are they not just doing an app?
Right.
But now they have an app. You just pick it does just as good as the box does.
Well, and there's Brick Recognize where you don't need. I mean, Brickanize or whatever it's called.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Does it do any good? Does anybody got any?
All I know is I haven't had a need for it.
Yeah.
So I
have not come across a part.
Yeah, so let me tell you when I got Brick Monkey. When I was going through that bin I got, and you come across a torso, it's like I know what. So I would do it. It's, okay, that's the fig, and then I was able to put a couple figs together based on grabbing a torso out of a bin. So that's pretty neat.
Minifigs that are in pieces can be hard to identify at times. I mean, I have more trouble identifying faces, minifig heads and stuff. And something like that I would find useful. Parts are usually, because you can usually know the categories. Oh, that's a plate. That's a modified plate. It's a brick. And then you can it's a 2x3 by whatever, I always like playing the games, when Bricksmith or Julian used to post pictures or whatever. What is this? Hey, somebody help me. I'd love to try and get in there and figure it, because, but you throw up a Spider-Man figure and I'm like, Earl, which one is that? I don't know.
I still have people sending me stuff and like, what is it? Do you know what this is? Have you ever seen it?
Right. Well, you're the guy that's, but you're the guy that's, what is it, Lego or not? You kind of self-promote yourself into that position. So
yeah, that video, by the time you get around to making that video, it's probably gonna be 45-minute long video. You're gonna have to break it up into a series.
So I got enough stuff. I should go ahead and make the video. And I looked at my collection down there. It's under the table, and I was like, I'm probably just gonna make a video that sucks and nobody watches. It's probably what's gonna end up happening.
I think it would be neat where if you would have a picture of the set that piece came out of. Maybe this is a Lego set. It was only in one set, and while you were talking about it, pop the picture up.
Boy, that's a lot of parts.
Here we go.
I can remember most of them.
Yeah. I want to know how you go through and find those when you're. That would be a video in itself. Going through a store and saying, "Ooh,
see, give me all these ideas." I gotta write this down.
Because you're always doing the hauls. You're like, "Is it Lego?" And I'm always thinking, "How does he find this stuff?"
How does he find it? Yeah.
So it's categories, and that's what I should include in a video. How I determine how do I look for stuff that I don't know if it exists or not.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I found that there were certain categories and certain colors and mainly the different. I look for weird categories like wood, plastic, metal, or
the metal that gives you that little screwdriver thing.
Yeah. Then human tool.
Things
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then people send me stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. You know what? I'm going to have to step away for a minute.
Okay.
Y'all keep talking. I'll be right back. Something just came up.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
You can leave. It'll be fine.
How do I?
Well, just look at
I can stay there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what collections are you working on? We know he's doing the is it Lego or not? Is his big thing right now.
Yep. So I've been working on my Spider-Man collection.
Okay.
And so this brings up an interesting part of collecting. Hold on.
Now Earl's leaving me. So here it is, the AFoOL Podcast, and I'm all by myself.
I couldn't hear you.
I know.
Let me reach something. So this fig, you're not gonna be able to see it, but this fig.
Well, I can zoom you in.
This fig is obviously Spider-Man fig, right?
Yeah.
And he's only available in one set.
Okay.
It's the Civil War. It's from the Civil War movie, not a Spider-Man movie. It's the tanker. The tanker. I don't know. It's got a Vision in it. It's got Spider-Man. It's got the tanker. It's from like the airport.
Yeah. Okay.
It would be like. So I found this on eBay, and I found it for like $10 because it has. Let's see if you can see it. You see on the elbow, it's got where the printing's rubbed off a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
On both sides.
Both sides.
That's the only thing wrong. So it's not a mint fig, and I paid for it not being a mint fig. So now I have one in my collection. So there's, I can make this better by trying to find just these arms on Bricklink and replacing the arms. And then I'll have if I do that, I'll have a mint fig. Or I can just keep this in my collection until I find a better one at a price that I'm willing to pay. When I get that better one, it's like you upgrading your collection, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I get the better one in my collection. Then what do I do with this one? Then do I just turn around and resell it on eBay or put it in the Bricklink store?
Well, that's what I would probably do. Is if I have one if I upgrade my collection, then yeah, I think whatever your choice is, eBay or Bricklink or something. But I would probably put it up for sale that way. That way you have the capital available to go for something else.
So that's kind of where I'm at. There's some that I'm gonna get, but I don't want to pay for them because what I'm trying, there's like the Spider-Man 2099 Spider-Man. It's only in one set. When the set was out, never really thought about it. Now, Spider-Man 2099 is a big part of the newest into the multiverse, into the Spider-Verse movie with the Miles Morales cartoon.
Right.
He was a big part of that, so of course that's what made his figs go up.
Right.
So it's either buy that set, it's either pay between $80 to $100 for that fig, or find that set for between $120 to $150. But if I find the set for that much, am I going to want to open the set?
Right.
No.
That always becomes the thing, right? And then you technically still don't have the fig.
Right, because I'll have a sealed set. So it's like a catch-22. So I'm not saying I'm going to go out and buy that fig tomorrow, but if it gets to the point where that's the last one I need, you know, then maybe I will.
Right. Yeah.
But
Then,
so that's just like you're always looking for Samsonite stuff.
right.
I'm scroll eBay just about every other day, and I really gotta not do that this month.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I've since I'm to the point where I'm getting close, and the problem is I don't even realize which ones I have and don't have because a lot of them are so similar that I've really got to go to Bricklink, and I need to figure out how I can print a good checklist off Bricklink and check off, you know. I guess what I need to do is probably put them all in a wanted list and then go through and delete them as I know I have them.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I don't know if it'd be the I always default to BrickTsar, but BrickTsar has that ability to search their database.
But can
I'm
you
wondering,
do it by minifigs on Brick?
well, that's
So
what I
the
was getting
next
ready
thing I'm
to
gonna
do.
do is I'm gonna start working on all the Iron Mans, and I know I'm
No.
not ever gonna get the Comic
Yeah.
Con ones or
Yeah.
you know those, but I'm just talking about the ones that were in all the sets because I have a lot of them. I do have a lot of them, but some of the obscure ones, and I bought one. I found one for a decent deal on eBay, and I made sure I bought it on the 30th, so it's gonna arrive this. But I bought it before November. But I paid more than I wanted to pay, but I still
No.
got a decent deal on it. But you know, there's an Iron Man in a spacesuit. He was in one set. There's an Iron Man, that scuba Iron Man that I was telling you about in the last video. It's in one set. So those will be like at the end of the, unless I find them cheaper than what I think they're going for.
That's where when you're collecting stuff, sometimes it's playing that long game of patience, and just always looking. It's like people are always asking you, "How do you get these deals? How do you find these things?" It's like I'm always looking.
I just found one. I was at my daughter's house, and it was the 30th, day before Halloween, and I was just scrolling, and I found it was like three used sets, and like one of the figs in one of the sets was worth the lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'll buy it. So I bought that.
Heck yeah, why not? Yeah.
So that's how I look. So I working on Spider-Man. I've got a lot of them. Now I just got to figure out which ones I have and don't have, and then I'm gonna start the Iron Man, which means I'm gonna have to start digging through some of my sets that I've built and taken apart, so I can pull them out, put little notations in the baggie that they're in.
And I think like with the superhero stuff, I would rather collect it that way than the sets.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people probably do. They collect the minifigures, whether it be a character or all of them.
No, I agree.
But
so that's what I'm working on. So what are you two guys working on? Because that's what keeps this hobby fun. It's not the new stuff coming out. It's
the hunt.
You know, like, oh man, I can't believe I didn't buy like those two sets with the Iron Mans. I can't believe I didn't buy those. The set I told the Civil War set with the Spider-Man. I can't believe I didn't buy that set. So now it's scrolling through listings, trying to you know how much they are, but how cheap can I find them for?
Yeah.
I'm working on the Indiana Jones. I got all the new ones, and I had, you know, like I said, in one of my videos where they had melted into the collection, and they had melted in deep. I did not realize how those minifigures. Well, I like some of the Indiana Joneses I'd used to make cowboys out of. So they're in some of the Western stuff. There is a scene, and so my train station. My L&N Depot train station mock that I have it's big. It's minifig scale, but it's way bigger than any modular would be. But across the street from that set an American Red Cross USO thing or whatever. It was an American Red Cross. And what would happen is as they were going to World War II, the soldiers were going to World War II, Evansville, where this train station was a stop point, and there was always stop. So the American Legion or American Red Cross would feed the soldiers because the Army gave them like a bottle of milk and a peanut butter sandwich or something as they're headed off to World War II. At any rate, I have a whole bunch I found where a bunch of my Indiana Jones figures went. I was working on the mock of that American Red Cross scene, and a lot of the soldiers were being used. They were being mixed up to try to make it look like military was there. So, but I'm actually doing pretty good. I've bought a couple Indiana Jones sets, and I got this. I needed it. You know, it's not that big a deal. I think he's like a $8 figure or something. But I could never put him back together. I bought the set that has the Duplo light bluish gray ball in it. So I'm still kind of nervous about whether or not that ball, because that ball is $150, and the set's.
Are you serious?
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
The temple. Or what do they call it?
So Joey, is it?
Yeah.
So when you're buying those, you're looking for an old set like that. Will you try to find one that's as close to complete as you can get it and piece it back together, or are you looking for one that is listed as complete, even though it might not be complete?
I will go for it's a 7623. Yeah, I would just go like what is available on Bricklink or sometimes Bricklink. Sometimes they'll have incomplete sets, but you know, a lot of times you'll have sets on eBay that'll be the 99% complete, or you know, they'll even say it's not complete. Yes. Wow. And I'll just try to piece them together because I like to piece them together. It's not like I need all of the sets now. All right. So
but you're definitely looking for a box though.
Ultimately that's always going to be my goal. Okay, $60. Sorry.
Well, that's still a lot.
Well, it goes to 150 is the top.
So
it's $60 to $150. I knew I'd seen $150 in there somewhere.
So that is in the.
It's in.
So you're saying that the Duplo piece that is in the Indiana Jones set?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the boulder.
It's the boulder.
So
yeah.
That's the boulder in the Indiana Jones set, but it's not available in any other Duplo sets.
Not in that color.
I got you. So I got you. You said blue. That's why. So the blue one is what's in the other one. It's in the Duplo.
Yeah. There's other colors. There's red.
Okay. All right. I got you.
But I didn't realize that even above $50, I didn't realize it had gotten like.
Well, I mean,
8 for sale, 8 or so.
I bet you Jabo's got a bunch of those in his.
I don't have a bunch.
There's 6 of them under $100 for sale.
You know, we're talking
you
about
have that in your marble. Huh?
But it's like, because you know, I do collect ball tube things,
right?
But I didn't buy. I don't think I bought extras of these when they were available. But it's like here you are going back and you're trying to collect something that a lot of people now view like highly collectible. It's what Jason's Bricks and 5. He's trying to get these Indiana Jones sets, and it's like when you sell stuff, like there's so much stuff that comes out. All right, and I had all of these sets, duplicates of most of them, and it's like I did keep that what's that one called, the Temple Escape?
Yeah,
I kept that set and a few of the others, but man, I sold all the rest of them, and it's like now I'm like, should I?
When you say you sold them, you parted them out. Or
the small ones I parted out. Some of the bigger ones I sold as sets.
Okay.
Some that there may have been some that I never built, like the airplane. I ended up rebuying that airplane because I never built it before. I just sold the sealed set. And and it's like you have stuff and then you sell it and then later you're like, oh, I should have kept that. I mean, that happens,
right?
But
no, you're absolutely right.
The good thing about the Indiana Jones, it may be expensive, but it's not thousands of sets. So
it's not. And I've got I think I've got all the 2008s now, except for, oh no, there's a couple here. Well, there's the one. There's the green Jeep. The San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, but you can't really, those Comic-Con sets, you can't really count those as
well. And then,
I mean, you can be a completist and say you have everything but that.
Okay, so here's my thing. I can get the Jeep, very expensive for what it is, but it's under $100. Now that's what came in a poly bag. That supposedly numbered with an instructions, just for all practical purposes, a polybag. And then in the San Diego Comic-Con box was, I don't know how it was packaged, but there were some more pieces and 2 minifigs that are relatively available to build a little scene that the Jeep kind of crashes into. And my understanding is there's not a lot else in that box that really identifies it. So now you're back to, is it the box?
Why don't you should just part that together?
I'm kind of thinking that's what I want to do.
It'd probably be cheaper than $80 to piece that Jeep together, unless there's 1 or 2 parts in there that were.
No, I don't think there's anything special in it. The only thing that'd be special about it would be the instruction sheet, and I don't even know if
don't you watch Jabo's videos? He's taught us how to do that.
Yes,
I've done it a couple times. I've done it 3 times.
And that's what's going to happen here. I think with this one, I'm just going to.
Yeah.
But that's
all you'll be lacking is the instructions in the box, and then
the instructions is important. I like the boxes. Don't get me wrong.
Just put it on your want list, and maybe you'll find one.
Yeah. Do you ever get? I get the wanted list stuff from Bricklink. Do you ever get to the site before it's gone? I never do.
I don't know. I had to turn that off because I don't know how to.
You got to do it per item.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it per item. So do you select each item or?
Yeah.
No, each item you want to be notified. So if you do all of them, you'll get notified for every one by one.
Exactly, and that's why I had to turn it off, because you get like email
thousands. You can easily get thousands of emails depending on what you put on there. I only do it for extremely rare things.
Right.
And I have seen things sell out before I could ever get to them. Like I think one of them. Well, no, I can't. I was going to say it was that blueprint, one of the blueprints. But I can't. I may be wrong about that.
Yeah, I think we were chasing those around. Because the doctor, what was his name, had him.
Dr. T or whatever his name.
Yeah.
So, it's funny. I was thinking about this today. It's like once you get something, like you go on that hunt for something like that, and then you never look for it again. It could come up for sale cheaper. You didn't know it.
Yeah,
you're not looking for it anymore.
Right. And I don't want to know that it came up cheaper.
No,
I don't want to know.
Yeah, it's funny. This is a completely different subject. When me and my son-in-law, we were going to eat in Indianapolis, and you know how hard it is to park in the city.
Yeah,
Joey?
I hate parking in any city.
So in Indianapolis, they have lines of parking spaces with these meters, and the parking's not really expensive, but it's kind of like you could drive around the block and never find a parking spot. And then you find that parking spot, and it's like magically there's 4 or 5 empty spots.
Right.
It's kind of like you're waiting when you have a spot, they're all over the place. But when you need
Yeah. No,
that's how I feel. I watched the show when I was I'm sure you saw them when you were a kid and you're watching a TV show or something. It's like somebody is looking for something and they couldn't find it, and then the camera would like show you what they were looking for, and then you'd go on, and later on in the show they were still missing it. That's how I feel all the time. It's like you can't find something, you walk out the house and you just know that.
Yeah. Oh no.
Well, it's like looking for cars. If you're because I've been looking for cars, is you start noticing if you're looking at a specific model or even a specific color, you start seeing it everywhere. Whereas before you didn't notice it.
That's exactly. Yep. Wait till you buy a car.
Yeah, everybody will buy the same car.
I got.
Wait till you buy one, and you'll be getting passed on the interstate. Whoa.
So this happened the other day. I actually got in the wrong car.
Oh no!
Fortunately, I knew the people. I mean,
well,
I thought I was anyway. Where I was. My wife had to wait on me, but she had run over to Ingalls and was coming back, but she wasn't there. And there was other people that have a car that's very, very similar to ours. And I'm like, well, who's that in the front seat? And so I opened the back door and it was like, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare y'all.
Oops, not my car.
I was gonna say, wait till you buy a car and your old car passes you on the road.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, did I tell y'all? Yeah, I told y'all that before the show.
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about, selling my old cars that don't run.
Yeah.
Somebody would fix them, and then I'd see them on the road. But it's not going to happen. So I didn't get to talk about what I collect.
Yeah, I was about to say, what
yes.
are you working on? What are you
What
working
am I
on?
working on?
You were always parting together like a bunch of things at the same time, but what are you specifically working on?
So these are the things like the Fabuland thing. I want to get Fabuland done, and I want to get Legoland done.
Oof.
But I've run into with both of those. I've run into the problem of I got stuff. I know I have stuff, but I don't know where it is.
Where it is.
So I need to start. I got to get some sorting done, and it's just like I never had the time to do it. So I talk about it for years, and I never do it. But I can't justify going buying stuff that I'm pretty sure I got in the collection. So I need to, if I could just get basic parts sorted, like for instance, some of the Fabulands, I just need some of the basic bricks for them. I can go out and buy all like the rare parts.
Right.
But it's like sometimes I just need a 2x8 yellow plate. Something, it's like I want to not go buy that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so, like, I started piecing together set. You called it in the video. I may never acknowledge your comment, Joey, but the terrace house.
Yeah.
353. I got some of the rare parts. I just need to get the common parts and the printed bricks. And it's like I don't want to go buy, and I especially don't want to buy basic bricks for a vintage set because I'll just be getting modern bricks.
Right.
I can just go get those out of my store. So I want to get the ones that are vintage in my collection. So it's the dilemma. It's like I'm getting near the end of those collections, but I don't want to.
So when you say you have them, do you have like
I'm talking about the pieces.
Right. But do you have like a tote of unsorted brick that you need to dig through, or do you have a tote somewhere of?
It's stuff's over here. There's stuff over there. I
think that would make for interesting content.
You're probably right. I mean,
like you could do like a one day you could just do a scavenger hunt type video where you're piecing this together and you have it, and you just a 2-minute clip over here looking. It might take you 30 minutes, but you just do it a 2-minute clip, and then you go somewhere else.
You're saying just instead of sorting, just go start trying to find it.
Yeah. And then you just
sort as I go, maybe.
Yeah, and you just kind of film, kind of like what do you call a video whenever you take like an 8-hour video and compress it into like 12 or 15 minutes? You take little clips and snippets or whatever.
Oh yeah, highly edited video.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't film for 8 hours. You would
that
would be interesting because everybody always wants to see your basement. Everybody wants to know, and that would kind of take them around as you're actually like your day in the life. You could a day in the search.
There was a time like when I started doing YouTube videos, the basement was a little bit more organized, even though there are some videos you'd be like, no, it wasn't.
I tell you what, I remember there was one time where there was this big giant space on the floor where this big roller coaster occupied.
Yeah. So the problem I have with sorting is I need a system and a place to put it. Like the Bricklink store is organized. I need something like that for my personal collection. It's like, even if I go grab a tote and say, okay, I'm going to sort this. Well, where am I going to put it when I get done sorting it?
Yeah.
Right.
And so I thought, okay, I need to start with the big part. Start with the bricks, the 2x2, 2x4 bricks, 2x3 bricks. Get those out. Separate the vintage from the modern, and just start there and work my way down eventually. But I like the idea of looking for.
Yeah, I would just go digging for stuff instead of, because as you're digging, you can kind of pull stuff out, and
I'll have a lot of squirrel moments because some of these containers just like you'll be like, why are these pieces all in this container? What do they have to do with each other?
Well, because if anybody follows you, I guarantee you it's a lot of you when you do your hauls, you buy stuff in this store because you were trying to get to shipping, so you pick this up, you added pink parts, you pick these bicycles up, you got this, And then I'm sure when you cleared the table, they all went in the shoebox. And
Yeah.
So, how many Lego pieces in my collection are still in the bag that they came in when I bought it from Bricklink?
now you're talking about the little clear bag, right?
Yeah, the little,
not
not the
mailers.
shipping bag. Yeah, the little clear bag where they sorted them.
Oh man,
A bunch. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Going on.
it's kind of like
I feel good that
I hate to say it, but that's why when I buy stuff, I don't buy. If I'm putting something together and I need 2 or 1, I hate to buy 10s and 12s because, you know, when you need them again, where are they?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shall I go on? Because that's what I do. Is I need 2 or 3 of these. Well, let me go ahead and buy 10 of them.
Yeah.
And then here they lay, or worse, these are just right here on top of the desk of shame. You guys will never see a picture of this desk. It'll never happen. But yeah, there is shoebox after shoebox after shoebox of stuff that it is more organized in time than any other thing. I could say, oh, that week I cleaned off this desk or that space or this area, and it all went into there. And has nothing to do. But I think, to your point, as far as organizing, yeah, you have to pick a method. And I think that's the problem. Mm-hmm. Everybody thinks they're going to pick the wrong method. I do. I think if I sort it all by color, because it's easiest, I'm going to put all my red parts in here. Even if I put my red bricks here, my red plates here, and my red whatever, that seems to be the easiest. But then everybody tell you, oh, no, you got to do it this way. Or you need to do something that you.
Yeah, it's the right way is your way.
Right.
The right way is your way. Doesn't matter how you do it.
Stacy, for Bricks and Giggles, her own system, her own words, is she knows where it's all at. I can imagine if we were to walk in and look at it, I go, right.
Yeah. Well, I was there before, though. I was at that point when I started YouTube. That's what way my collection was. I knew where it was.
But
even in my Bricklink store, there were no remarks.
Ooh, how?
Plates, tiles, modified plates, modified tiles, or whatever. You know, that's how everything was organized.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was no sorting the order.
Then let me thank you now, if I've never thanked you before, for getting me past that. And into this.
Well, for the store, yeah.
For the store, yeah. My personal collection is not like that at all. The closest I've ever got is I started sorting cellulose acetate, red, white, black, blue, and yellow parts into tubs separately. Mm-hmm. And then in the tubs, I had 2x4s, 2x3s, 2x2, and I had a bunch. But that in and of it, because I collected so much Samsonite stuff, that became a chore. It no longer became fun. Mm-hmm. Right. And then that's when it stops. When all of a sudden you turn around and you look at it and go, ooh, I'm working here.
You made me think of something like we were talking about earlier about it being an addiction, or is it a problem really? But when your joy in this collection, or in this hobby, your joy in this hobby, I don't think it can ever be based on the size of your collection. You may think because it's like I will say I'm much more unhappy now than I've ever been. It's like, and that's why I have worked on selling stuff. I have gone 2 weeks without looking at Goodwill. I have no orders on the way. Like the last haul I did that was a Bricklink order, that's the last one, and I don't have any pending right now. And it's not that I haven't been looking, but it's like just buying more stuff. It's not going to make me happier.
No. Well, And even this, like my Indiana Jones stuff that I'm collecting, it got spurred on. Well, it got spurred on by Jason, and it got spurred on by the new sets came out, the new movie and stuff. So and it's a cycle. And
yeah,
I would say within 6 months, all the stuff that I've drug back out, put together, purchased, is going to end up in a bag or a tub, or in a bag in a tub. And to me, that is one of my it's one of my rules that I'm breaking, and I break it all the time, and I need to stop.
yeah.
And that is, if it's not out where I can see it and enjoy it, then why do I have it?
But I think we've almost cured you of the buy-in too.
Yeah, you guys about broke me of that. So there's very little that I may have a second Lego Master Trophy coming, but
I didn't even get one.
So
didn't.
here's the thing: I placed another $50 order.
Gotta have another address.
Yeah, so I've got
mine.
I could use my daughter's or something, just ship it there. Because I was like, oh wait a minute, I should redeem this.
Yeah, why not?
I wasn't even thinking about the thing. I was just
that's all common parts except for that. What is it? One tile?
It's a brick, but yeah,
it's a brick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a piece of paper and the instructions. Well, and I got an Instagram person that is they're in Australia, and they're asking if I can get them one, and I think the second one that I think I'm going to send it towards Australia. They're also sending me an Australian Lego passport. So I don't, yeah. And
I don't think Jason has one of those yet.
I'm hoping it's different. It'd be cool. They also stamped it from some Australian Lego stores, so I'm like, wow, that's gonna be cool. So, but yeah, I very much so think this collecting thing will become addictive.
Speaking of that, so when I was in Indiana last week,
yes,
of course I wanted to go to that Lego store, which is a privately owned, kind of like a Bricks and Minifig or the Atlanta, whatever the one in
more
Atlanta,
like Bricks, yeah, Atlanta Brick Co.
Atlanta Brick Company, and they are so cool to go in. I sent you guys that picture of that large Duplo pirate ship that I didn't even know existed. I had to look at it twice to make sure it was actually.
Seeing it as a picture online is totally different than seeing it in person.
It's like huge. Yeah. So I spent 45 minutes or an hour in that store and couldn't find nothing I wanted to buy. Well, the things that I wanted to buy, I knew were overpriced, and I was like, why would I pay that? Why would I pay that?
And it's like, there's guys at Atlanta Brick Co. They're super nice, and I still get questions from them. Different people that are associated with them, they'll send me messages like on Instagram asking me a question about something. But they're pretty they're knowledgeable people. They usually ask me about like the old stuff, but yeah, I don't ever go down to Atlanta Brick Co. unless I'm going to meet somebody,
right?
Because I know I'm not going to see anything,
right?
Yeah,
I'm going to see stuff. I'll see stuff that I probably would want,
right?
I know I'm not. That's like it's not worth the drive if I'm not going to buy anything.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's cool, like the Bricks and Minifig stores. It's a cool concept and everything, but really, you see a used set or even a sealed set, and it's like, I could get that probably on BrickTsar or eBay, either one of the two. Without searching, I could get it for $20 or $40 or $50 cheaper. So,
there used to be a store like that on a road that I would go past when I'm at work. I went in at one time. I'm like, I'm not going back.
Well, I think as we age, I guess we get pickier, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
or maybe it's more knowledgeable because I'm in there and I'm telling you, it was what day of the week was it? It was a Saturday, and there was a lot of people in and out of there while I was in there, and they were buying a lot. And it's kind of like, you're just scratching your head thinking, man.
Well, it's a double head scratcher, because not only are there a lot of people in there buying stuff, there's also a lot of people coming in probably handing in their collections for dirt cheap.
Yeah, well, there wasn't that day, but yeah, they do obviously get a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I think, do I just need to put a Facebook ad said, "I'll buy your Lego collection."
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I regret. Well, I don't regret it, but I was in the Lego store, and I always hang out with those people at my Lego store because I know them. And then this woman was in there with her, I think they were her grandkids, and they were wanting to get stuff, but she's like, "Y'all got all this stuff you don't play at home." And then somehow in the course of the conversation, like the lady, the manager of the store told her I did YouTube and all that stuff. She's like, "Do you want their old stuff?" I was like, "What?" I was like, they're not ever gonna play with it again." I was like, "I'll send it to you." I'm like, "Okay." But I never reached out to her. She sent me her like Instagram, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
it's a little weird.
To Earl's point, we know, right? And I would never feel. I have I'm gonna, if I find a good deal, I'm gonna find a good deal, but I'm not gonna take advantage of some mom or grandma who's selling Lego on Facebook Marketplace or something. I guess they know what they're doing as far as they know.
Yeah, but a lot of times if you're looking on Marketplace, those people are nobody's just giving it away. I mean, you find good stuff. You can find good deals. Jason's always sending me stuff. He sends me a lot of stuff to show you guys, and I've showed you a little bit of it. But sometimes when you think about it, it's shipping to get it from me to you.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if it would be worth it.
Right.
Yeah, that's more for local stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can go meet somebody and pick it up.
But there's a lot of stuff that comes up, and there's a lot of guys that get good deals. But you kind of, you got to be looking every day.
Yeah.
And you got to be,
Well, I got a friend of ours, a family from, she's a grandma, she's my age, and my wife's best friend. And she actually is into Lego pretty good, and her grandkids are, into Lego. And she wears out Facebook Marketplace. And every once in a while she comes up, not all the time, but every once in a while she'll come up, "Hey, I guess I just picked up these 6 sets for $40 or something." Dang. It's like, all right, that's a pretty good deal, So they're out there. I just, something like what you're talking about where I don't know. I mean,
you feel like this is a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
So, he's got overhead. He's got employees. It's all understandable. I'm not bashing the guy.
No, that's true.
I'm not bashing the guy for what he's selling it for.
Right.
I'm just, it's hard to believe that people are
not
knowledgeable enough where they go in there and they pay the extra for it.
Yeah, no, and it's a business. I don't begrudge the business either. I just
if somebody comes in and what you do is buy and resell, I mean that's how you keep the doors open. It's like, okay, you put a value on it, and
no business is going to buy stuff at
it's going to take a lot. If this is worth $200, it's going to take a lot of work for me to get $200 out of it. So most I can give you is $80 or $100 for it. I mean, I understand all that, but
if you're not even knowledgeable about Lego, you should be knowledgeable enough to know that if you're walking into a place like that you're not getting the best.
So there was a guy in there with his son, and they were looking at, they got the big. It's very well organized, and the whole back side of the store is Star Wars, and he's got all the big sets, big models on display behind the counter that you can't reach or touch, but he's got the prices on them, and he's got some of the display counter, and then he's got all these sets. Which that's another thing that amazes me about these stores is he's got all these retired sets with big ticket money prices, $150 sets, $180 sets. And they're just out there for everybody to touch and grab and smash the box and scratch the. And he's back there with his son, and he's talking about it like he's the collector. He's not buying it for his son, and he's got to be in his 40s, and he buys a Lego set, a Star Wars set, in a sealed box. I guess it was probably about 5 or 6 years old. It was in the white Star Wars boxes, whatever run that was.
Okay.
And he goes, he pays like a couple $100 for this set, and I'm just like, dude, you're an adult collector. You should know that you can find,
Right. I still get the question: where do you find stuff? Where do you buy this? Or where can I buy this? I'm like, have you heard of eBay?
eBay.
Have you heard of Bricklink?
Yeah, well, I still think the Bricklink is not as well known as eBay, obviously.
No.
Right,
But
right.
I don't even think it's as well known in the Lego community. I think probably in the last few years since Lego.
There's more people that don't know about it than know about it.
Yeah. So should we do comments?
Yeah, let's do comments.
We got a comment though first that just because I want to keep this stirred up. But Fiverton Gal says, and this is on an older video, but she said if Mardi Gras Man 2-3 is out of room, there's certainly a couch or two that can be moved around there.
No, I don't have any couch. As a matter of fact, we don't have any spare beds. Because when my daughter moved out, when they moved out of, I took the Mardi Gras room. There actually is a bed in there, but it's covered in Lego. So my Mardi Gras room has become my Lego room. So when the twins moved out, when they moved out of that room, I made my wife her own room. So it's kind of like a giant walk-in closet for her. Oh. And then in this room, I took the bed out and I made it my Bricklink storeroom. So there are no couches, no beds to be moved. And my wife's always on to me about we need a bed. I'm like, we got an air mattress.
Somebody comes visit.
Go ahead.
If you've noticed on her last video that when they filled in for the Halloween episode, she did let the cat out of the bag and mention about 5 or 10 needed more room.
She did.
She might subliminally, subconsciously be thinking about moving that couch.
There we go. That's a
Jason
way to
just bought some cross tracks, some switch tracks.
Yeah, I was like, trains take up a lot of space. They take up a lot of space. I don't know what you're thinking, Jason.
They got to go somewhere.
Ooh.
Just came today.
They finally came.
Just came today.
Oh wow. Good use of your $200 or however those cost.
Yeah, you know what? When people say I'm all in, you are all in on that.
I needed these. These.
You needed those like a pig needs slop. All right, Gears and Bricks. Hey, y'all. I have some news in regards to last week's discussion about the Scala set 4336. As you might remember, at first I was only interested in the 4151 lattice plate. Mm-hmm. However, now Jabo has influenced me to try to piece together the complete mirror set.
Oh, no.
Jabo, do you remember your brief rant about the dog photo being listed as a set? Like I had at first, you missed the fact that those were actually 3 complete photo frames with the dog cardboard photo. The exciting bit of all this is that I bought all 3. Now I have 3 copies of my genuine lattice cutout plate, flower tile, and dogs. So my question is, are you interested in any of my spare parts? Or should I keep them to build with them?
Oh, man.
The parts are very unique, so I'm so glad to have found them.
So it was the set, but it only had the dog photo. Like, it wasn't only the dog photo. Like, for instance, so the other one was the other photos. Wow. So now he's got all these parts. And all he wanted was the lattice pieces. Wow. I don't need to collect that.
Not yet. He hasn't got to that yet. Is it Lego, Pete?
Yeah.
I
think it'd be pretty.
Would be. Yeah. Yeah.
At Gibson Star Wars Collector, love seeing you enjoy the podcast as much as most of us. Another great one. Thank you. Dunkster, Lego could do a weird thing and do small boxes with 4x6 minifigure with 4 to 6 minifigures in them. They did that before in the Old Town Castle and Space Lines.
I love those.
Yes.
Flying bags are a pain. Yes, they are. Could you imagine if they had like the CMFs came in a 3-pack but you knew what 3 you were getting. So if you wanted Wolverine, you were stuck with the Beast Boy and the Agatha, whatever. So if you wanted, but it was up to you. If you wanted 6 Wolverines, you could buy 6 Wolverines. You just had to buy, you would end up with 6 of those other ones.
I like that idea quite a bit. The only caveat to that is, if I remember right, those started getting fairly expensive. Retail price got fairly expensive pretty quick on those, because they were over $10.
The 3-packs were, I think, more expensive than all those.
So right now, CMF is $5. What if a 3-pack was $15? And you could, so you would have to buy 4. You'd buy 4 3-packs, and you'd have a complete set.
Why does it, when you put them together, it seems like even worse of a price?
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
Because you get 3 minifigures at the Lego store, is $10. That feels like a high price to me.
Right.
And then, wow, because battle packs were like $15, and you got a few pieces with 4 minifigures usually.
Right.
Now they're 20.
There's a new X-Men set coming out that's going to have Wolverine, Beast, and I think 2 more. One of them I don't know, and I can't remember the other one if it is 4. It's going to be like a 300 to 400 piece set. It's going to be like $80.
Oh no!
So that is like that's like a wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Gibson Star Wars collector. I wasn't in the know a while ago, and thanks to you guys, I feel like I'm starting to be. Been collecting since 2009. Didn't place my first Bricklink order and placed my first Bricklink order until 2018. Crazy. They really need to make it look a bit more up to date. Yeah, I think that's what we were talking. Well, I think that was us talking about how the problem is companies, not just Lego or Bricklink. It's kind of pointless for them to build a whole new software. Like the software you use, you've paid for, and even though it's 15 years old and it seems, or 20 years old and it seems to be outdated, it still, for the most part, does everything you need it to do. So you're not gonna buy or pay someone to create new software for you. It's not like you're updating. You'd have to completely have something new.
And what problems would you create doing it too?
Right.
So yes, it's not as user friendly as what most people would probably like, but it's not slow. The search is, I like the search because it's not an algorithm search. It's easy to use for sellers. And if you get familiar with the site, it's not that hard to find what you're looking for.
No. No.
I think the only thing that I think that they could change that might not screw up the whole API or whatever they call it, is just a search that has error. You can have errors in your search, like you can spell a word wrong.
Right.
You spell it wrong by 1 letter. It pulls up nothing.
But then now you're opening up to AI, if you will, because you have to have that. Something has to say that spelling is also.
Oh, correct. I see what you're saying. Well, there is one thing you can do. You can put a star.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and it gives you exact matches for all the letters before the star.
Yep.
Drum beats. Yeah, something. I'm excited for what looks like a new 9L drive rod mold.
Is that for the train? Is it in the?
Oh, that's in the in the new
Orient Express.
Yeah.
Alex Noons, or
who's that guy? That's the other guy,
aka the other guy.
Yeah.
Best trains post 9-volt for me have to be the Emerald Knight, Horizon Express, and the Maersk. The Crocodile has been okay. I'm getting the Orient Express for a review. Oh, did he just let the cat out of the bag there?
Did he?
Did he just let the cat out of the bag there? Good thing no one watches this.
Yeah.
Well, this will be time this airs. It'll be.
I'm excited for it, but it does appear that this is a display model for sure. Yeah, I
Mm.
think it's going to be like the.
Mm.
From what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be like the Harry Potter train for
Mhm.
display.
I ordered some of those wheels. Those wheels are huge. That set must be giant.
Yeah,
I guess I just
Wait,
started paying
did
attention
you
because
order
I
them?
never bought it.
Where did you order them from again? Did you order them from
Bricklink.
Bricklink? Okay.
Yeah. Somebody had 6 of them for like $2 a piece, and I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna buy them. I just want to see." They're at least double the size of the regular Lego train wheel,
Mhm.
so that you'd have to mock in like 10 wide or something to make that look right.
Mm.
I'm not a scale guy, but they're huge, which is why they're not being used.
So Mayo has a quick vintage question. What do you guys think about those weird town vehicles in the 90s with the space cockpit canopies? I think they're ahead of their time. I know what he's talking about. That's when Lego was struggling.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was there was like a Doom what was there were several of those. I know what he's talking about too. They're very strange looking.
That's what I think about them, Mayo. Very strange.
Yeah.
Dunkster says castles had toilets called garderobes. There isn't one in the Lego castle, but there is a flushing toilet in the New Orient Express. Huh. That's pretty interesting.
It's flushing?
I guess it's got a little lever. You flush it and it dumps something on the tracks. I don't
know.
Jason's Bricks and 5. I had to laugh when Joey said I'll watch a Jason or Alex video and then I'll just live through it. Did he mean we'll just have to live through the commercial or my content? Also, as far as thumbnails for my videos, I don't use AI or natural intelligence.
Natural intelligence.
Yeah. So
well,
I think
that's why we all get along.
Yep. So irregardless, Jason. Thanks for watching. At Merlin Ulrich did not comment on many of the podcasts, but listened to all of them since the beginning. Recently, even started to replay some of the first ones in the background while building Lego. Maybe I should start commenting on them. Anyway, I just hope you guys keep doing this for a long time. We plan on doing it for a long time. I mean, look, we couldn't make it work yesterday, so here we are today. But you guys will never know that. No. You won't miss a week. Fat Daddy, the Majesto gift with purchase is supposed to be released in November. Yeah, that actually came out today, which by the time you see this, everybody will know about it.
Yeah.
And Lego's going to revealed it on November 8th, which was 2 days ago, but 6 days in the future.
Doc Brown, where are you? I got to figure this out.
Sega Bricks. I caught back up with the podcast tomorrow, second hour, while sorting Lego. I have seen that Samsonite is mentioned at Legoland Germany in the history of Lego. Gritch SG from Belgium.
Yeah.
So
I think he's going to send me a picture. He contacted me on Bricklink. I believe it's the same person. It has to be the same person. He contacted me on Bricklink and said he wanted to send me a picture. I sent him my email, so hopefully he send a picture of it. Because we've talked about that before. I contend that Lego doesn't recognize Samsonite, but apparently they are starting to. So.
This is what Lego is. I got a contemporary reference I just thought of. I hope it works. You know who Taylor Swift is? She's a singer. I don't know if anybody's heard of her.
She's dating a football guy.
She's dating Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Travis Kelce's girlfriend.
Of course we know who she is.
Okay, so apparently she sings songs. Well,
yes.
So she had all these albums that she didn't have, like, you know how...
Oh, yeah, Taylor's versions.
Yeah, so she redid them. Since she couldn't get the rights to them, she just remade them.
Yep.
And that's how... And so the original stuff... So Lego is like Samsonite. They're like, we'll just pretend it didn't happen. We'll just make our own stuff better.
There you go. So I got a football reference. Did you saw the Kansas City Chiefs, where Taylor's boyfriend plays for? They lost to Denver the other day.
Oh my goodness, that was embarrassing.
That was embarrassing. Well, that's because Mahomes was playing with the flu.
Oh.
And anybody can beat anybody on any given day.
Did you see what they played when the stadium was emptying out? Shake It Off, which is a Taylor Swift song.
Oh, thank you for telling me that. I didn't know what that was. I was like, what?
That wasn't really. That was a Taylor reference, not a football reference.
Oh,
that was going to be.
Is she dating a football guy? I'm not a sports guy. I'm not a Taylor Swift person either. I mean,
Joey's a little confused.
At Keel Jones. I don't know why I said that. It's just Keel Jones. You guys were talking about the Steven Spielberg director figure. Has Lego ever made a figure of a living person? I know they recently made people like Vincent Van Gogh and Amelia Earhart. Well, they've
tons of living people.
Yeah, I think
some of them still alive.
Yeah. So I'm assuming he's saying an actual person. So some of the women in NASA, they're very much
or some of them still alive.
I think so. Some of them were modern astronauts. Some of them.
There's a whole entire line of stuff. It's called the NBA.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, there's also the German soccer players.
The German soccer players, the British Olympic team.
Yes.
Trying to see if there's anything else.
And then I'm trying to think outside of the exclusive things like what's the guy from Black Eyed Peas? Will.i.am.
Will.i.am.
That wasn't
yet. No, but they did make a figure though.
But there are there's a lot.
There's an exclusive figure of him.
Mm-hmm.
I think they.
Yeah. And then a lot of the Lego employees had business cards that were made based on them.
Mm-hmm.
That were Lego figures.
The best employee ever, Kevin Hinkle.
Yeah, I got a Kevin Hinkle somewhere. Yeah. I think I know where it's at.
Alex Noons, that commercial did tick me off. I wasn't able to get a hold of them, but I do take comfort in what Jabbo said. They'll be out of business soon. Yes, they will be.
You know why?
Alex also said because their products stink.
It sucks.
Alex also says we got an irregardless out pretty early in the episode. Nice. Yeah, we went pretty late in this episode. Sin Killer Tachikawa, I'm pretty involved with cruising, and honestly, I can't really suggest Disney. The value proposition has never made sense to me, and the cruise guys I know who have been on them in recent years have complained about basic Disney experience things like meet and greets going downhill. Yeah, I would think that, me and my wife love the cruise. I would think that you would have to have kids and do that whole Disney experience. So I don't know. At Beans, why do I keep saying at? So Beans Bricks. I'm more like a brick counter, Earl. Counting to see if I have enough brick to build what I need, and it's usually nope. Go buy another bulk lot. Do any of you watch Brixie? His city's quite a good setup. I started watching Brixie for his city, but then I quit watching Brixie when it became like a big commercial for Brixie.
Oh my god! So on my BrickTsar thing, remember I was talking earlier about TrainTsar. On my BrickTsar, it had tips on how to get better. All it did was show me Brixie videos.
Yeah.
I was a little perturbed.
I would like to watch his city, his city videos. But then, it's like it just got out of control with
it's what people want. It's like the thing that's I'm not bashing anybody, but the thing that turns me off is when it's all about money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oren Grow. Wow, here in the Netherlands, the foosball table is 250. I guess whatever their denomination is. So that means it's not on sale over there. It's only on sale.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
wow. It's 40% off, and that's spoiler alert. I bought a foosball table. That's what
I know that's going to be parted out.
Yes, it's a great part out, and it's one of the harder part outs. Not for the pieces. The pieces are actually pretty easy to part
The
out. It's the
minifig
figure.
part,
I'm like,
yeah.
what color is this? And there's like the torsos with like 10 different colors of hands.
Oh,
and some of the colors are so similar. You're like, which one's reddish brown? I mean, I know reddish brown, but when it's in this blue minifigure arm, and then there's a nougat hand and a dark nougat hand and a medium nougat hand, and I'm like, I get confused.
I could see that being very problematic.
Gears and Bricks. There's a billboard in Indiana with the beaver that reads "Clean bathrooms in 1,000 miles." I know that is the Buc-ee's billboard, and there's actually they're all over the place. There's one in Mississippi that says it says "Clean bathrooms." I don't know, 500 something miles, and then it says "You can hold it."
Oh my goodness! There used to be this character, Buford the Buzzard, at Six Flags, and he'd say, "You know why people from Alabama always get here late? They see those signs that say clean bathroom, and they do."
So
I'll put you in charge of the jokes.
So that's like reading a bottle of shampoo that says rinse, lather, repeat. It never says, "Hey, moron, get out and try it again tomorrow."
Heat and repeat. We're in a boat.
Fiverton gal. I like candy corn, but I never buy it. We see them used a lot for decorations, which may be why they are top sellers. People buy them but don't eat them. Yeah, I don't think they eat them. But she didn't say if she liked conversation hearts. Lego Buildbert. What is your favorite Lego train set? Mine is probably Emerald Knight or Horizon. Yeah, everybody loves those. I think I like the Maersk. I think the Maersk is up there. I like that Maersk. Maersk. However you say it.
That's a good one. I got two in the containers. It's the Horizon Express and the Maersk. You know, I have you know that the Maersk one is based off of a real locomotive?
Yeah,
I thought so. Oh, I just assumed it was. I should say.
I got one here, but this one the real one says Sealand, and not just Maersk. There is one that says just Maersk, but it's not that.
Not that truck.
It's not that. It's like a GP38 or something.
Yeah.
The one that says just Maersk is like a GP60 or something. So they're based on there were real Maersk locomotives in the United States.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you still see Maersk shipping containers all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I think that's it.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a couple more, but they're not. Brittany says to like or not to like. That is the questionable.
And missed that one.
So yeah, we did good. We started this 30 minutes early, so we could get, and we're gonna go 30 minutes.
Well, it's time for the new Loki episode now, so I can go watch that.
It's out.
It's out. Yeah, it should be out about.
I've been on vacation. I got to catch up. Did anybody ever figure out where that Lego Rado hat came from?
No, I've been looking and I have not found any. Yeah, nothing. I'm getting too many things unattainable things to be looking.
How many times have you seen something like that, and it was kind of you thought it was unattainable because it was so rare, you couldn't find it, and you finally find one and get one, and when you get it, you're like, now what am I do with it?
Yeah, those blister packs, the Samsonite blister packs, like the Seesaw and the Cowboy, I had not seen those for several years. I saw them in his what's his name's book,
Gary Itzhak.
Gary's book, yes. And I thought, oh man, those would be so cool to get. Now I've got almost every one of them. But patience. Nah, and unfortunately, I think there's enough of them now that people. Well, I don't know if they're valuable or not, but there's still one listed on eBay for $899.
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
It's still there.
yeah.
You ever get something like that, and then when you get it, you're kind of disappointed. Like, I can't believe that this is all it is. Or...
There was a one that was a single brick.
Oh my!
I didn't know what it was. Ball mitt, and I just saw. Oh, I got to get that, and it's just a single 2x4 brick is what it is. I thought there was more to it than that. But yeah. And the other thing with collecting, I'll be brief, is that when you first come across something and you start trying to collect it, then you end up paying too much.
Yep.
That's what I did with jumbo bricks. When I didn't know those, I'm like, oh, those are pretty common.
Yeah, but there are tons of them on eBay, but they still want an arm and a leg for them. They still want $3 or more a piece. So it's like, no.
They're pretty not rare and not in demand. That's other things. There's not a demand.
Yeah, it's in demand because there's stuff that we talk about. A lot of stuff that's rarer than stuff that's not rare, but it's in demand. So and you kind of, I mean, do you think something's rare just because it's pricey? No, it's usually pricey because it's in demand. Which
exactly. Supply and demand is the driver.
Driver.
If you had more, your insurance wouldn't be so high.
Oh goodness. Insurance.
Can't live with it, can't live without it.
Yeah. Now I'm more depressed.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to end on a sad note. Well,
that's a deep subject.
It is a deep subject.
And if you're down at the bottom of the well, that means you're not subscribed, and you need to subscribe to this channel. If you don't want to subscribe, stay in the well. If you want to get out of the well, subscribe and like this video. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with another one of these things with all the latest, greatest late news and
late breaking news.
If you like old Lego and you're a fan of old Lego, thanks for watching AFoOL Podcast.